Hello again, I am Blunty, and this is one of the world's most famous raceways. I am here in Bathurst today. This is the world famous Mount Panorama, and I've come here today to see Jenson Button go round this track in his F1 car. And Craig Lowndes is also here. He's a champion V8 supercar driver, and he's going to go around too. And apparently they're going to switch cars and see how they go as well, so it should be a lot of fun. This is all happening, of course, because Vodafone is a major sponsor of all this sort of stuff, and they sponsor the two race teams that are going on and everything. You might be able to see behind me here, there is a gathering crowd of racing enthusiasts for this possibly once in a lifetime, definitely first ever in the world event take place. And we're all fairly calm at the moment, but I think once the cars get out on the track, everyone's going to get a little more excited, because this is going to be amazing. This is literally a world's first, an F1 car here on Mount Panorama. And frankly, I couldn't be more excited. I have wanted to come here to Mount Panorama my entire life. Now, before the lunatics took their cripplingly expensive wheeled rocket ships around the Mount Panorama circuit, one of the world's legendary racetracks, there was the standard press event, blokes at a podium talking about how wonderful everything is. The Mayor of Bathurst did the honours of thanking Vodafone for spending ludicrous amounts of money to make this world's first event happen, and for bringing two of the planet's best drivers in for a bit of screwing around on the track. F1 races aren't actually held at Bathurst, either because it doesn't quite meet some of the specific requirements of the rules for tracks, or maybe because those open-wheeled maniacs are just too chicken. Well, all but Jenson Button, of course, who has, since his childhood, held a dream of driving around the legendary track at Bathurst. Climbing into his MP423 Vodafone McLaren Mercedes to be the first man to bring the monstrous scream of an F1 racer to this ribbon of tarmac draped over the mountain. And after his first tentative lap to make sure the steep slopes of the track wouldn't tear off bits of the low-slung car or send him cartwheeling into the local shrubbery, he then took several more laps at full throttle.
The most important thing for me is to just go and have some fun, and you know, to look back at the footage of a Formula 1 car going around here will be amazing. Yeah, it's an amazing experience. There's a couple of corners that every time I got there I thought I was in the right place, and you're not. But that's what makes it such a special circuit. Most circuits I go to I can pick up within 2 laps. Here you can see it taking a half a day.
His lap wasn't officially timed, but unofficially and unsurprisingly, he set a new record for the fastest lap around the mountain. Button also got to fulfill the other part of his dream and take a V8 supercar round the track. Mount Panorama and the V8s are a match made in motoring heaven.
I've only driven the V8 once, that was last year in Melbourne, so it's nice to have a go here at Bathurst. Being here and driving around this great circuit is a real experience for me. It's something I've looked forward to for many years, and one day I'd like to properly drive a V8 supercar in race trim, and maybe in a race here at Bathurst in the future. I'd love more time here to really find the limit of this place, but a great experience all the same. You know, I'm very lucky to have this opportunity, and to drive an F1 car here and drive a V8. You know, cars that I've watched on TV for many years. I couldn't remember it being that steep, but you know, on TV you can't really see that, the gradients. But there's a lot of blind corners here, and that's something that takes a bit of time getting used to. We're not really used to that in F1 car.
Then it was time for Craig Lowndes to fulfill his dream and take his first turn behind the wheel of the, frankly, astonishingly beautiful machine. He too managed to scream around the track while keeping the car in precisely the same shape it started in.
The ultimate dream, Vodafone have been able to put a package together to be able to swap cars and put Jenson in this. I jump into Formula One and do a lap around Mount Panorama.
So it's going to be quite an animal to try and tame around Bathurst, but I'm sure Craig will adjust himself well to it. He's a very, very accomplished driver.
Just feel the acceleration, from point to point. It's the car power to weight ratio is quite incredible compared to a V8 supercar.
But true to any race driver who has ever lived, Lowndes came back being sure that he could have gone even quicker, but this wasn't a shock. No driver in the history of the planet Earth has ever said, "Yep, that's as fast as I could have done it. No point trying again." Just never happens.
I have to say, Bathurst has taken my breath away. It is an extraordinary, extraordinary circuit.
It's a circuit like a Le Mans 24-hour Daytona, those icon events that you just want to be part of. And of course, to have an international driver like Jenson to come in, that for us shows how good this place is.
I came away from this unique day with an all-new appreciation for both the iconic track, the drivers, and the stunning feats of engineering that are the cars that threaten to start turning the planet backwards when you rev them up. The sound alone is something you'll never appreciate until you get the chance to stand next to one of these shrieking, growling beasts in person. So if there's ever a race somewhere near you, get to it and check it out. I don't know what else to tell you about that, except thanks for watching. I'm Blunty, and I will catch you next time.